The future of Africa in AI begins now. At FTLAfrica, Nova 2 is your ignition trail. Explore cutting-edge tracks built for creators and communicators.
Master the skills shaping the future of tech. Engineer systems that power the world.
Lead with responsibility. Shape the future of Africa.
Don't just watch the AI revolution. Be part of it. Apply now and ignite your journey with Nova 2.
Want to lead Africa's AI revolution?
12 weeks minimum. 9 weeks classes, 2 weeks capstone build, 1 week demo and defense, mentors, real projects.
Lead the future of AI with tracks like Product Manager, Marketing Strategist, Workflow Explorer, and AI Ethicist, shaping innovation with vision and responsibility. Build and power AI systems as a data engineer, AI translator, engagement specialist, developer, or AI ops engineer, driving impact with advanced integration. Go deeper with prompt engineering, AI security and governance, and research and model development, pioneering the next wave of AI innovation.
Spots are filling fast. Apply today and ascend with Pathfinder Charge.
Okay, can you see my screen now? Yes. Okay. Sorry, let me just put it on the full screen. Okay. So this is Future Tech Leader Africa. So we build leaders that are ready to use AI to revolutionize Africa. So we are building leaders in different sectors. So I want you to count yourself lucky to be on this section, because you are one of the people that we pioneer this move. So prompt engineering. But before I dive into prompt engineering, let me just give overview about what AI is. You know, over time, actually, I'm a professional teacher, so I teach about AI, and I've taught several people about AI. So I asked a question in one of my classes, and that what is AI? What is artificial intelligence? You know, so many people believe that artificial intelligence is ChatGPT. You know, when you ask people what is AI, so they believe AI is artificial, is ChatGPT. You know, the ChatGPT, the common ChatGPT that we all know about. But this is actually why I want to start this class by giving us overview about what AI is, because it is necessary that we have a good foundation if we are diving into anything related to AI. So AI, I don't have that in my slide here. So AI is artificial intelligence. And what is the meaning of artificial intelligence? So artificial intelligence is a way of stimulating machine to think like humans, the way you program your machine to act or to think like human. So that is what artificial intelligence is all about, you know, from the word artificial, you know, and the word human, you know, the word human intelligence and artificial intelligence. So it's more or less like you substituting the meaning of artificial for human. So that's the meaning of artificial intelligence. And there are different types of artificial intelligence. There are different types of artificial intelligence, and that is where we have the narrow AI, we have general AI, then we have the super intelligence. Super intelligence. Okay, let me start with narrow AI. Narrow AI is a is a is an AI tool or AI system that is created to handle a specific task, while the general AI a is an AI tool that is used to handle multiple tasks that can be used to handle different things. So why the super intelligence is a state whereby machine begin to think and act like human. That is when I used to tell people that we have not gotten to we have not been able to actualize the super intelligence, because we have not gotten to a point whereby machine can actually think on its own. And this is one reason why I tell people that AI, at this point, AI cannot replace you. If you are smart enough, AI cannot replace human at this point, because we have not gotten to the AGI, that is artificial general intelligence. The era of artificial general intelligence is when we have super intelligence play out. That is when you begin to see flying cars, you begin to see robots performing tasks where a robot begin to perform certain function without human interaction. So that is the types. These are the types of AI that we have. So coming to prompt engineering. So prompt engineering, you can see on my screen that prompt engineering, that's communicating with AI. So prompt engineering, the whole concept of prompt engineering is just about how AI communicates, how you communicate with your AI and how you get feedback. The definition of communication is when permit me to use this phrase. They said communication is not complete when there is no feedback. Communication is not complete when there is no feedback. If you talk to someone and you don't get feedback, you are just passing across an information. But when you get feedback, then that is communication. So prompt engineering is a way of communication that exists between the interaction of man with AI. How you communicate with your AI and you get feedback. I'll go deeper into that, but let me give you this overview. You have a car. If you have a car, how you communicate with your machine is with your steering, with everything that you have on your dashboard. That is what you use to communicate with your machine, whether you have electric vehicle or you have manual or the auto. You use your dashboard, everything on your dashboard. That's what you use to communicate with your car. And also humans, the way we communicate with ourselves, we can use words, we use text. Am I right? If you are with me, can I get your thumbs up? Okay, I just want to be sure because I have my full screen. So and also, if you have a pet at home, the way you communicate, even if you are using words or sign language, you read their reaction. That is when you know that, okay, this pet, this animal is actually giving feedback. That means the animal understand what you are saying. So the same concept, it also happens with AI, because AI requires human, like I said earlier, that we have not gotten to the era of AGI, that we need that AI need human interference, human input. Sorry, I meant to use the word input. AI require human input. So prompt engineering is what you use to interact, that you use to communicate with your AI. So let me just go into the definition proper. So I said AI is the prompt engineering. Sorry, prompt engineering is the act and science. Like I said earlier, that when you are communicating with your pet, when you use your sign language to communicate with your pet, that's the act. The science, when you are communicating with human, your utterance, or you are using text, that's the science of effectively communicating with artificial intelligence. Communicating with artificial intelligence models, particularly the large language model. Okay, so you can see now that this definition is actually saying that, okay, how we interact with the model of AI is prompt engineering. And sorry, I should have talked about the large language model when I was trying to give overview about AI. Large language model, I talked about the narrow and the general AI when I was giving my introduction. The large language model is actually built on through the machine learning process, and a large language model can be categorized into the general AI. The general AI, because they can perform diverse function, because they can carry out multiple tasks. They are not designed for a specific function compared to the narrow AI that is designed for a specific model, that is designed for a specific function. And the narrow AI is the small language model, while the general AI is the large language model. I hope you are with me. Sorry, I need to be switching my screen. I'm using my laptop. Yes, okay. So your prompt engineer is actually what you use to interact with, whether you are using small language model or you are using the large language model. And let me give you this as well. Let me chip in this. Sorry. Large language model. How do you come up with large language model? I will put it to you. I know, or you might have been seeing lately that they said the next oil is data. I don't know whether you have seen that online or probably you've heard it somewhere. The next oil is not our crude oil, is this data. Data is the next oil. If you have data, you have money. Like, it is money. So that's why you see many organizations now, they are taking their data serious. And in fact, as a matter of fact, you notice that Nigeria lately, they came up with NDR, Nigeria Data Protection Rule, NDPR. Yeah, NDPR, Nigerian Data Protection Rule. So it's actually a system to manage the data of Nigerians within Nigeria. So everybody is taking their data serious. They are taking their data very, very serious, because data is the next form of oil. And one thing, let me put this to you: the reason why Facebook, that's Mark Zuckerberg, is one of the richest guy today, is because Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook, that is Meta, they have data of a lot of people, so they can actually make certain decisions for you. They can decide things for you. And trust me, you might have seen this as well, maybe probably one or two, that you are trying to interact with your Meta app, maybe whether Facebook or Instagram. You will see that certain advertisements are coming up on your dashboard related to things that you have searched for, or things that you have liked on their platform. That is just the algorithm playing out. So that's the algorithm playing out, and that shows that your data, things about you, have been stored in their database. So that is why I said data is the next form of oil. And what you use to build your large language model is, whether large language model or small language model, is data. What you perceive as information, to a tech person, it is data. Data is what you use to train your not your large language model, sorry. Data is what you use to train your model through machine learning process. You're not diving into machine learning, so let me just keep it like that. So I hope you are learning something. Let me get your thumbs up. It's only the director that is giving thumbs up, please. All right. Yeah. So prompt is actually what you use to communicate with AI. And trust me, I believe that many of you might be wondering that, okay, this thing, large language model, of which OpenAI, that's GPT, whether GPT 3.5 upward to or GPT 5. So if I know you might be wondering that how come that when you post something, this thing gets to like you get no matter what you put on ChatGPT, you get feedback. I don't know, you might have been wondering, but that is the work of machine learning process. You know, data everywhere, they source data from online, from everywhere, and they used to build their large language model, and that is why you are able to get those feedbacks. So and that is through your prompt. So prompt, it involves crafting input. You know, like I said earlier, that communication is not complete when you don't get feedback. So your input, that's your prompt, is what will guide the AI to perform that specific task, which is your output. It is like an input output model. So it is more or less like I am asking the is like asking the director now that, director sir, what time am I going to finish my class today? You know, his feedback, that is my expectation, that is output from his own end. Why my question to him is my own input. So AI model becomes more powerful, the ability to perform clear and concise and effective. Okay, the ability to formulate clear, concise, and effective prompt becomes a critical skill. This discipline bridges the gap between human intent and AI understanding. AI understanding, transforming raw AI capabilities into practical tools. Let me explain this. You know, everybody, we have reasons for interacting with AI platform, whether you want to achieve one specific task or you want to know something. You know, that is your goal. So, you know, how effective your prompt is will also determine how shall I put it? It will also determine how accurate the output you will get. It will also determine the level of accuracy of your output. You know, like I said earlier, I said it is an input output model, is an input output system. It's more or less like I want to ask AI that, okay, I give me description of give me the 5 leadership the 5 I've forgotten this question. Give me the 5 leadership pillar of FTLA. Yeah, that's the question. 5 leadership pillar of FTLA. You know, I would like, okay, you know, another person can come up with that prompt, can create a prompt asking for that pillar, but might not be tailored to FTLAfrica. But because of my own knowledge of prompt engineering, there are certain magic, let me put it that way, but it's not actually magic. There are certain things that I can put into consideration that can help me to get that specific answer. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So it is more or less like you trying to get feedback on a particular task, whether, okay, you want to ask AI to help you to generate to help you to understand a particular concept. So your knowledge of prompt engineering is what will help you to achieve that specific goal that you want to achieve. You know, AI is a platform with a broad understanding. It has a lot of things stored because, you know, like I said, it is a large language model. It's not a narrowed. Okay, sorry, I said AI. Your large language model is a system that has vast knowledge. It has a lot of things in the model. So if you are not specific with your prompt, if you don't have the proper knowledge of prompt engineering, your input will be shallow. It may not help you to achieve your specific goal, your specific objective. The main reason why you are actually interacting with AI. with that language model. So I said, okay, I wanted to cite an example the other time. So it is more or less like, okay, I'm trying to cite another example. You are trying to, I don't know, if you are in Lagos, just give a thumbs up. A thumbs up if you are in Lagos. Nobody? Okay. Okay, we are all in Nigeria. We are all in Nigeria. So it is more or less like if you want to get the I'm trying to picture one example right in my head right now. Okay, I've seen somebody in Lagos. So for instance, you are in Lagos. You are in Lagos, you want to move from Oshodi to Island. You know, you have a specific place you are going to in Island. Maybe you are going to Lekki Phase 1 or Lekki Phase 2, or maybe probably you are going to Banana Island or VGC. Okay, let's say for VGC, for instance. You know, VGC is just a place in on the island. VGC is just a place on the island. Someone can come and say that, okay, give me direction to Island from Oshodi. Or somebody can come with, okay, that is a prompt actually. Another person can come with and say, give me direction to Island without giving the exact location of where the person is. Another person will come up and say, give me direction to VGC on give me direction to VGC in Lagos Island from Oshodi on that bridge. You know, there are certain things I've put into consideration while crafting my prompt. So that's, you know, I gave 3 scenarios now, like 3 different scenarios. So the one that gave the precise location of where you are going to and where you are coming from, you know, the direction will be more detailed. Like it will give accurate direction, rather. It will give accurate direction on how you will get to Island from Oshodi on that bridge. Whether you are going by vehicle, or you want to trek, or you want to take bicycle, or you want to take motorcycle, it will give you a precise direction. Compared to someone that says that I want to go to, it can give description from Beggar to Island. So if you compare the 2 outputs, you notice that they are not, one is achieving a specific goal, while the other one is not achieving the specific goal or the specific objective. My time is past spent. Let me move. Sorry, I'm a teacher. All right. So what is prompt engineering? You know, I gave these 3 definition. So prompt engineering as a discipline, you know, when ChatGPT came out in 2023, director, I hope I'm correct, 2023, I think, when ChatGPT came on board, you know, a lot of organizations started looking for prompt engineers, like people that can work as prompt engineer. In fact, some companies still request for prompt engineers lately. So prompt engineering can be a discipline. Like the way we have project manager in an organization, there are people that also occupy that role as a prompt engineer, and it's just a discipline that develops and refine inputs for AI model to achieve a specific or high quality, know that word, high quality output. You know, like I said previously about achieving my specific objective. So high quality output, that is the specific objective. Note that word, specific. So the second one is iterative experiment. Iterative experimentation. So it's a process of iterative experimentation and refinement. Learning to speak the language an AI model understand best to steer its generative capabilities. Sorry, I'm trying to rush. So it is more or less like this definition is actually saying that AI like what example should I, you know, you trying to speak the language of AI to actually orchestrate. Let me use that word. The word to orchestrate to get AI to perform certain function at its own best capacity. Like we have large language model, there are what's it called? There are certain things, there are certain objective where narrowed AI is created. That is small language model and the large language model for general objective. So if you are interacting with a small language model, that is, so it is actually created for a specific task. So for you to get the best out of that small language model, then your skill of prompt engineering will have to as well play out. So another one says directing the AI. So your prompt engineering skill will help you to give proper direction to AI to achieve your specific. It says, think of it as being a director of an incredible versatile actor. You need to give clear, detailed instruction for the AI to perform the role exactly as you envision it. Like I said earlier about your goal, your objective. You are the director now. So you having the knowledge of prompt engineering, or you as a prompt engineer, you giving standing as a director, directing your AI. Your AI is now the actor to perform a specific function. So the next thing is why prompt engineering is critical. First thing is prompt engineering will help you to unlock AI's potential. There's nothing you want to achieve with AI today. I keep saying this, maybe until we enter the era of AGI. There's nothing you want to achieve with AI today that you don't need the knowledge of prompt engineering. Whether you are an AI engineer, you need to understand prompt engineering. Whether you are dealing with no code or low code engineering, you need the knowledge of prompt engineering. Whether you are applying AI in your field, whether AI in project manager. I am actually I work as AI project manager and business manager in my company. So I use AI. So my knowledge of prompt engineering is really, really, really assisting me. I wish I can share my screen and share my chat with my boss this afternoon, how he commended something that he said I should do. And I use AI to do it. He commented on it that, wow, this is awesome. So with proper knowledge of prompt engineering. So another thing is efficiency and productivity. It will help you to be productive. That is even one of the main functions of AI. AI generally. AI will help you to achieve efficiency and productivity. Next thing is controlling AI behavior. With prompt engineering, with your knowledge of prompt engineering, you can control the behavior of your AI. You can specify the tone, the style, the personnel, anything. You can do that with your knowledge of prompt engineering. So next thing is mitigating harmful outputs. Yes, you can control with your prompt engineering, you are controlling the behavior. So also you can control the output. When you control the behavior, you are controlling the output. So you are controlling it from outputs that can be harmful, that can be against the rules or policy that affects your field. For instance, I know that cybersecurity, there are a lot of policy. I did some courses back then in cybersecurity. I know in governance, is it GRC or GPA? I've forgotten. GRC that talks about the documentation part of cybersecurity. With your knowledge of prompt engineering, you can function very well handling GCPR. I've forgotten. Sorry. Let me check the screen. Maybe someone will help me. Okay. Let me just leave that. So Jesus. So next thing is adopting to evolving AI, and that is one of the function of FTLA. FTLA, that's Future Tech Leaders Africa. It helps you to, in your knowledge of prompt engineering, will help you to evolve, to adapt into the evolving environment. they keep saying that AI will take some people's job. Yes, I have this quote. Let me just say it here as well. I used to tell my student that, see, AI will take some people's job for sure. AI will take some people's job. AI will give some people job, and AI will help some people to maintain their job. And this the advantage of prompt engineering that this talk about is about this adopting to evolving AI. That is, when you are able to evolve, you position yourself to learn the AI skills, the right skills now. It helps you to as well maintain your job. Imagine, I used to tell my colleague that one thing that every organization wants is that they want you to do things better. They want you to do it better. What you have been doing for 30 hours before, if you can achieve it in 1 hour, see, your promotion is certain. Your promotion is certain. So, and that is one of the things that AI can help you to do. I used to give this picture to my students. Remember back some years back, the era of our fathers, there are certain farmers that they choose not to buy into the industrial era, whereby mechanized farming was started playing out. The use of tractor and advanced farming too. But some people back then, they just believe that, no, we don't want to venture into this. We don't want to. Trust me, those people are the ones that became poor with farming. But those people that saw the future, that actually venture into mechanized farming, that got tractor and started using advanced machine for their farming, they are the one that became billionaires in their own time. So trust me, if you don't evolve at this point, trust me, you will be left out. I keep telling people, learn AI skill that is related to your own field. Learn AI skill that can help you to be more productive, that can make you to be more efficient. So let's move to the next thing. So evolution of AI interaction, the early stage and the expert system. So I just want to give us this evolution of AI interaction, how you interact with AI. So this is the early stage. So the early stage AI interaction was based on rigid rules, logic programming. User use explicit structure commands, if-then statements that the system paraphrased directly. Then there was no understanding of human sense. Okay. This is talking about early AI, that's symbolic AI. Trust me, if you have worked on database system, that is, maybe probably you have worked with SQL, or you have worked with MySQL, or you have worked with Postgres or any of those database systems, you notice that this is how you interact with all those should I say types or forms? I don't know. Types of database. So you use if statements, you use command, we can also categorize that as early AI, that is symbolic AI. We can call that as the early system. So the structure, the expert system, this system use a knowledge base and sorry, I hope you can see my screen so you can read as well. This system use a knowledge based and interference engine to mimic human experts. Interaction remained highly structured, often varied or predefined question. This is the expert system that talks about you using schema. I think it's actually an era whereby programming language become programming algorithms. Let me give this example. Before now, I said something earlier about meta that Meta will suggest certain adverts to you based on your previous interaction with their platform. There are certain algorithms that is even before the advent of AI. So this is actually a system that is crafted, that they call it algorithm. So it's a system that is designed to actually study behavior of human. That is what this expert system is talking about. So and there's also era of neural language processing. This is actually talking about the modern era, whereby we have neural language processing. You know, this era of AI, the more advanced AI that have been properly trained. So that's we have the era of NLP, that's natural language processing. You know, where you use human language to process your large language model. So this one is also talking. Okay, the next one is so from natural language processing to machine learning, then to generative AI. So it is just a movement. It's like a movement, a progression. From your NLP to your machine learning and deep learning, then to generative AI. So it is just talking about the progression of how the system is built, how the system advances. So let's move forward. So the rise of prompt engineering. Sorry, let me check the time. Okay. Director, sir, please, how many minutes do I have left?
Please continue. You still have plus 40 minutes.
All right. I just
and
want to know,
please
so
let's enjoy the practical section also. Thank you so much.
All right. I just want to know so I know how to. All right. Okay. So this is if you are with me, just give a thumbs up. Thumbs up, please. All right. Thank you very much. Okay. So the rise of prompt engineering. So with large language model, because the system is now built. Let me not just put it. I don't want to narrow it to large language model alone. Let me say AI. So with the advent of AI, there's a shift from the normal programming. Okay, permit me to use the model, language model. Let me use LM. That's language model. With the advent of large language model, there's a shift, from the usual programming, that is, creating algorithms, to a natural language instruction. Instead of algorithms studying your behavior or how you interact or how you deal with things. A system is now built that has a lot of information that can actually give you an output based on what you input. Like I said earlier, that your the system of prompt engineering requires it is Samuel, calm down, there's time. So sorry, permit me, I was actually trying to rush so I can cover everything that I have here, and I also want you to learn something as well.
This is my lecturer. Be calm.
All right, sir. So with the advent of LM, that's language model, it helped to shift a bit from the previous system that we have, that is based on set of algorithm that studies human behavior, that studies how you interact with a system and use it to give and use that to make certain decision about you, and use that those information about you to make certain prediction, compared to the LM, that is large language model, that is built on data, that can also perform more tasks, that can do more things that a normal algorithm can do. One of the example that comparing, we are trying to compare algorithm and the language model. We are trying to compare, because language model is what actually give birth to prompt engineering, because you need input to be able to interact with language model. But algorithm, it is actually built by programmers. Right? You write how should I put what was it called? Like a system designed concept, that you program together. It study how human interact. Its output is only based on your interactions, how you interact, and it uses that to predict certain things about you. That is about algorithm. But large language model is actually fed with data, data from different source, So with the data that large language model has, it can perform more function than the normal algorithm. And that is why prompt engineering, your knowledge of prompt engineering play out. We use your knowledge of prompt engineering to interact. You use to interact. Prompt engineering becomes necessary because LLMs are not inherent in the human sense, are not inherently intelligent in the human sense, and not inherently prompt engineering becomes necessary because LLMs are not inherently intelligent in the human sense. That's what we are trying to say, is that your LLM needs human interaction. That is why I keep saying that AI will not replace you if you are rightly positioned. Let me put that clause. If you are rightly positioned, AI will not replace you. AI will not replace you if you have the right skill. And I believe that is why you are here. Because right now, LLM cannot perform certain function on its own. That is what I mean by not inherently intelligent. So because it cannot perform certain function on its own. So they are sophisticated pattern matching and predicting machines. Effective prompts are the key to align these powerful prediction and predictive capabilities with human intent. Unlocking their full potential for diverse application. That is, your input, as a prompt engineer or as someone that have the knowledge of prompt engineering, because your LLM or your language model is a sophisticated machine that can bring words here, that can bring another word from there and merge everything together to make sense out of it. I don't know, maybe you might have this question in your heart or in your mind that, okay, how is it possible that AI is able to merge all those data from different sources and make sense out of it? There's something they call semantic tagging in, I think in machine learning. There's something they call semantic tagging or semantic search. It's just a way where it's just a system that AI used to relate words. We'll delve deeper in the advanced class. So let me not go deeper here. So let's move forward. So large language model. Okay, the core concept. What is LLM? LLM. I think I have explained what LLM is. LLM is a large language model. So it is actually a model that is deep learning model trained. LLM is a deep learning model trained on a massive test data. Like I said, that when I mentioned that data is the next oil, that is trained with massive test data to understand, generate, and process human language. They are the brain behind modern AI assistant. That is your ChatGPT, that ChatGPT that you are using. LLM is actually the brain behind it. And that is why they have GPT 3.0, GPT 3.5, GPT 4.0, GPT 5.0, which is the latest version of GPT. The meaning of GPT is generative pre-trained transformer. That's the meaning of GPT. Don't worry, when you come to the advanced class, we will dissect everything together. So there are different examples of language model. Let me put it that way. Language model. We have the LLAMA. That is large language Meta AI, that is LLAM. Then we have a lot of them. How do they work? LLM learn patterns from vast amount of text, enabling them to generate coherent, contextual, relevant. Sorry, I need to move these. Okay. So, okay, LLMs learn from pattern, from vast amount of text, text in quotes, that is data, enabling them to generate coherent, contextual or relevant, contextually relevant, and creative text based on input. Text based on your input, that is based on your prompt. So, like I said earlier, I said generative, your LLM is actually created using a machine learning model, that is, and data is what is used to train the machine learning. Data is what is used to train the LLM. And, I mentioned that through semantic search and semantic tagging, that is how your LLM is able to put words together. How puppy is related to dog, how tree is related to leaf, how FTLA is related to Mr. Solomon, how Mr. Ozagi is related to Python. That is semantic tagging. Trying to pick relationship between words and linking them up. You can see this should I call it web? This web now, how they are connected. That is called semantic tagging. That's semantic tagging. So okay, I've mentioned examples. Okay, that's GPT 3.5, GPT 4. I think I've mentioned all these. So let's move to the next one. Okay, so the core concept: input, output, and token. So sorry, permit me to move this. Input, output, and tokens. Input is just talking about your set of instructions, and while output is what you expected, that is your goal, your response, what you expected to get from ChatGPT. And your token is actually okay. Let me use the example to describe this token. If you are using ChatGPT, you will notice that there is actually a paid version and there is free version. And the free version, there's a limitation on the free version, and compared to the the premium version. So the token here, the token that we are talking about here is actually should I call it restriction, or no? I don't want to use the word restriction. They are the should I call it okay, understand the token is critical for model. Okay, your token your token for ChatGPT for the premium version is actually I'm trying to look for the perfect example to explain this. Okay, let me get out of AI now. So if you go to the market, you have 5,000 naira with you. That's your token. And someone, and the director, for instance, me, I'm director now. We went to the market, Abby. We go to the market. Let me use the word go. We go to the market that, okay, we want to go and buy something. We want to go and buy a tool for prompt engineering. So I have 5,000 naira with me. The director, he has like 10,000 naira. What he can purchase is higher than what me I can purchase, because he has more token than I have. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? If you understand, because you need to understand, this token is one thing that I think we all need to understand. If you are with me, just give a thumbs up. If you understand what I'm trying to say, yes. So your token is actually determine your limit. Yes, your purchasing power. Thank you for that example. Your purchasing power, that is your token. I think for ChatGPT, I think the token that I think they call it word limit or something. It's actually 25,000 words for uh for um for the free version. Why the premium version? I think you have about 50,000, maybe 50,000 or so. I think you have 20,000 um for your free version. So that is your token. That is your token for the free version of ChatGPT is actually 25,000 words. So they said, I said here, LLM process tests by breaking it into a smaller unit called tokens. That is words, part of words, punctuation. It says understanding token is critical for model limits and cost. When you understand your limit, it will also help your input as well. When you know that what I can input is limited, and what this AI can also generate is limited, you will know how to maximize your prompt. With your knowledge of prompt engineering, you know how to, because you want to achieve a specific goal and you are trying to maximize time, you are trying to be productive. It's your knowledge of prompt engineering will help you to craft your input in such that you can get your specific result, your specific output. So let's move to the next concept. So basic structure of a prompt. While prompts can vary, okay, an effective prompt often includes all these key concepts. Yeah. So this is actually the basic structure of a prompt. By the time we get to the advanced class, that's when we'll go into the advanced structure. The advanced structure of prompts. The basic structure. This one, the number one structure, the number one thing I have here is instruction. There are certain prompts that are instruction based. See, it says write a story. That's an instruction. Summarize this. It is an instruction. It's more or less like I'm saying go, come. Go, come. It is an instruction. Stand, sit. It is an instruction, and it's also a prompt. It is a prompt. Number two, the second one says context. When your prompt is based on context, that is when you give certain information that will help your what's it called, your AI model, that is whether large language or small language model, to understand what you are trying to achieve. When you give example, it will help them to understand what you are trying to get as feedback. So that means you have created a contest for your model. So what I wrote here, background information or specific detail that help the AI understand the task and generate a relevant response. E.g., the story should be a detective. That is, maybe I'm writing a story and I gave this instruction, I gave this context that I want the story to be detective. For instance, maybe I gave the instruction, write a story for me. I got that story and I'm like, let me add the context. The story should be a detective, or should be the story should be about a detective. So it will refine the story around creating a story or scenes around a person that is a detective, whether male or female, because I gave a context. The third one is input data. Like I put here, this one is optional. Input data. And the reason why it is optional is because probably you are trying to perform a set of instruction that requires certain inputs, certain data. For instance, maybe okay, the example I have here is okay. For instance, I'm trying to summarize a journal. Maybe I have a journal and I want the key concept, or I want it in 3 bullet points. You know, apart from giving a context that it should be in 3 bullet points, you know, the inputs, so that the AI will understand what I want to summarize. So the journal that I copy is my input, is the data. So another one is output format. You know, you can also create your prompt in such that you actually give a format, you know, like I said earlier, provide in 3 paragraphs. You know, the fact that I said that I instruct my AI to help me to write, to summarize, and I give an input, you know, I can now put output format that, okay, I want this thing to be in 3 paragraphs. I don't want it to be more than 3 paragraphs. So that is the basic structure of prompt engineering, basic structure. And we will dive deeper into the advanced system of prompt engineering. So I hope you understand I hope you understand the basic prompts. Sorry, where is my screen? Sorry. Okay. I hope you understand. Okay. Quick one. I want us to create sorry, I'm a teacher. So director, please permit me. I want to ask a question. It's more or less like a classwork. This is a school. So I want someone to create a prompt that is instruction based. I want it now on the chat board. So I'm waiting. So I want to see if you have actually learned something. You know, it's good I get feedback as a teacher. So in the chat box, in the chat box, okay, I'm waiting. Okay, draft. I have drafted a mail. I want you to refine it. Okay, I have drafted a. Okay, let me open the chat. Sorry, I'm trying to. Okay, I have drafted a mail. I want to refine it. So this is actually an instruction, but this is not totally complete. You know, I draft for me a mail. It's, you know, if you give an instruction, draft a mail, that's an instruction. Draft a mail for me. You know, that's the instruction. That's instruction. Okay, so let's try another one out. Okay, I want another person to give example of a contest, a prompt that is based on contest. Okay. Okay, Adiola Daniel. Oh, that's my namesake. Okay, write a 5,000 row. That is. Okay, actually, Adiola Daniel is actually a lecturer in our ecosystem. So what he gave here is, I'm not going to take it. So I'm not going to take it. Because he's a lecturer. So he gave me a prompt that is actually beyond what we are teaching here. So that's why I'm not going to take it. So I want another prompt. Okay, a prompt: design a wallpaper for a sports car. No. I want you to just give me the contest. It's just the contest. Actually, I'm saying contest inside your prompt. Design a wallpaper for a sports car. Let sport car be a Lamborghini. Yeah, that's a contest. Lamborghini should be on a black background. That's also a contest. Let image be compatible with Instagram upload. Okay, you have actually you have you have people that are really really smart with learning. Actually, you are going even beyond the contest. That's good. That's good. By the time we delve deeper into the advanced class, it makes the work much more easier. Okay, I want more. Okay, I've seen one. If you could instantly master, okay, if you could instantly master one skill to improve your life. Oh, okay, that's a question. We'll treat that later. Okay, I need you to actually give me a contest-based prompt. Contest-based prompt. Contest-based prompt. Okay, any other person aside the lecturers. I don't want the lecturers to give me, I don't want they are lecturer, they are learned people, they know this thing. So I don't want them to okay, keep it coming. Okay, design a 5-week seriously, I'm in love with this prompt. Design a 5 weeks IT working plan as a team lead of a software firm tasked to build a security application for defense purpose. Yes. So the contest here is actually software. Okay, build. Okay, task to build a security application for defense purpose. That defense purpose is actually the contest. Okay, I typed in a prompt. Okay, I can't. Okay, where's your prompt? Okay, prompt. I have seen your prompt. The IMD. I've talked about your prompt. Okay, I want you to give me a detailed. Okay, I want you to give me a details. Okay, I want you to give me a detail of user personnel for a food app. Yeah, the food app is actually the contest. Thank you, Adedotunade Thank you very much. I write a short, informative. Jay, seriously, you also included output format in your prompt because the informative paragraph explaining the importance of the topic for a beginner. The beginner part is actually we can also term that as the contest because it actually gave a description of it. It will help AI to understand that okay, you are actually targeting beginners. Thank you for that, Jay. Oh yeah, another person. We have about 19 persons on this. We have more than 19 persons on this live stream. So yeah, I need more before I move to the last slide. Should I call names? I'm a teacher. I can call names. In fact, if you want me to, okay. If you don't want to type, if you want me to give you the mic, I can give you the mic to speak. Okay, who is next? All right. Let me get back to my. Wow, Siri, awesome. You are the marketing manager for a small coffee shop in a competitive urban area. Good. Actually, this prompt, you have actually included in this prompt the role. This kind of prompt is actually role based prompt. So okay, coffee shop in a competitive urban area. Okay, sales have been steady, but we have noticed a drop in food traffic over the last 3 months. Yeah. Okay, your competitors have been running seasonal promotion. All these ones are the, from your sales have been steady, but you have noticed a drop in foot traffic over the last 3 months. Your competitor have been running seasonal promotion and hosting event. That's the contest. You're actually giving a contest so that AI will understand your prompt very well, so that you can get the output, so that you can get the right output. That's well done, Siri. Jay is there again. Write a simple paragraph explaining what love means. Oh my God. Mr. Lover J. So explain what love means, and why it is important in human relationship. Actually, you've not, okay, you have not, your contest is not, is not detailed enough. It's not detailed enough. You say you gave that instruction, and you gave a structure to write what love means and why it is important in human relationship. You didn't add a specific context. You can refine this prompt by adding a case study. You can add the case study of Romeo and Juliet. You can add that as your context, to explain what love means, using the life of Romeo and Juliet, the Titanic, that will help AI to understand, it will pick certain scenario from that Titanic experience. Okay, so thank you guys. Thank you. Thumbs up from my hand. Thank you, everyone. Okay, so let me get to the last slide so that we can enter into the question and answer section. So the last slide, see, this is my prompt. Sorry, let me move this thing. So prompt structure in action, So the instruction, this is the instruction, write a poem. The context, the poem should be about a beauty of, sorry, Samuel, calm down. Write a prompt. The context now, the prompt should be about a beautiful autumn leaf changing color. The output now is make it a sonnet with an A B C D E F G G rhyme scheme. It's actually a scheme that can that will help you AI to I want us to test that prompt. If you are with your phone, you can test that prompt out. Write a poem. I'm going to put the prompt in the chat box now. I'll be chat. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Sorry, I just want to paste the prompt into the chatbot. Okay. So actually, let me display. Let me just project my chat. Let me project my screen here. So actually, I want you to use ChatGPT. Stop display. Okay, switch. So I want to switch my screen. So permit me to switch my screen. I want us to just. I want you to understand. The reason why I gave that output. What they call it? Output formats rather. I want you to understand that output format. That A B C D. It's actually a format. People that write poems, they will understand that. What's my network? Am I still on this live stream on this section because my ChatGPT is not opening? All right. Sorry if
Yes,
you
you
are.
are.
All right. My ChatGPT is not opening. Please, if you are, I just want to get feedback. So if you have tested that prompt, I want to see the output. Then your question can roll in now. Your questions can roll in. I think the first question is here. Okay, if you have tested the prompts, please, you can signify, or you can put it in the chat. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to find the questions in the chat area. So
Lecturer, there are no questions yet, but
whoa, I thought I saw
if you
a question. I
not
think
yet,
someone
but if
asked
you
a
can,
question.
okay, but if you can
Okay,
drop the
wait.
prompt, drop.
Okay,
Okay, okay,
I already put the prompt in the chat area.
all right. Oh, great, oh, great.
So okay, I want to see if someone. Okay, yeah. So and see the other die. So you can see the format. I believe. Oh, let me just. I don't know. Please check your chat area. You see the zip poem now. Yeah, you see the poem. You are going to see the poem using A B CD format. You know, people that are into this thing, they will understand this. They understand this thing. They understand that format very well. They understand that format. So I want to know if you have questions. So let your question come in. Please retype the message, please. Which message is that, Jay? Okay. So, do you have any question? I'm waiting for your question so I can answer. You can bring any question. I'm ready. Okay. Okay. You have the camera. You have. Oh, sorry. You have the mic now. The lights.
Okay. Good evening, sir. Good
Good
evening,
evening. Good
everyone.
evening.
Thank you so much for your teaching. It has been very clear and very impactful. I have some questions here. Part of what I heard you say is how that AI is being trained. You know, they're being fed with data that, you know, enabling them to learn patterns, human patterns, how humans communicate and all of that. And then my question is, can emotions be also taught to this AI model? I mean emotions because I think I saw a news headline today about how Bill Gates was talking about the number of vocations that AI will not replace or will replace. So I'm just wondering how AI is able to, if AI and how they are able to learn about emotions, how humans are able to interact and exude certain dispositions and all of that. Um, Maybe also regarding to this, but I think I saw a podcast sometime, a short clip about Grok. Grok has this particular feature that is Grok of Elon Musk X, of how there's this particular feature in the feature in Grok that 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 present themselves as boyfriends, emotional companionship and all of that. So how exactly are they able to learn that as well? Since emotions are intuitive, they are innate. That is one question. Then for my second question, I hope this particular one makes sense. I've noticed that one AI app is the response from one AI app is different from another. So if these models are being trained by data sets, how is it that some are well detailed while some are not as detailed as the rest? Even regarding their responses as well, some are elaborate more than the others, and their responses differ one to another. So that why is that as well? I think those are the two questions I have. Thank you.
Lecturer, can you please respond?
I mean, sorry, I don't know that I actually muted myself. So, so your question, the first question is about how that AI is going to learn about emotions, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, all right. Okay. Did anybody want to say something? Because I had, all right. Okay. So, about emotions, currently AI does not have emotions. AI does not have emotion. And the reason why I said okay, I said earlier, I said AI is going to replace some people. AI will not replace some job. AI is going to take over some job. AI will not replace some people's job right now. There are certain jobs right now that involves critical thinking, that involves emotion, that involves certain decisions that are based on emotions. Like an auditor now, an auditor will analyze data of which AI can actually analyze. But there are certain decisions that an auditor will suggest to an organization based on certain parameters that AI will not be able to get. You will not be able to get that from AI. You may not be, in fact, let me put probability. You may not be able to get that from AI. So there are certain skill sets, or there are certain roles that AI cannot take over at the moment. Cannot take over because it involves emotion. And trust me, AI does not have emotion. That's one of the disadvantages of AI. AI doesn't have emotion, and that is why AI is biased. AI can be biased. Sorry, AI can be biased. That's one of its disadvantages. So did I answer your question?
Yes, yes, sir, you did in a way.
Okay. Okay. Do you want to explain it more?
Yes, sir.
Sorry,
Okay.
I
Can you type the question?
the question.
I think that
I
will
think that
help
will
us
help
to
us to
get your
get your question.
questions.
Hello,
All
sorry
right.
to cut short. I want to
The
say
light.
something regarding emotion. Can you all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. The light.
AI.
This is Mr. Zagi. This is he's also one of the lecturer. Uh, our ecosystem is in charge of AI ops and in charge of cloud and AI ops. So if you have the floor, sir.
Yes, if you are talking about emotion, AI has been trained to have emotion. Let me give you an example now. You cannot tell AI that if you plan a robbery attack for you on how to rob a bank for you, and if you tell you step by step in which you should go about robbing the bank, and AI is trained to avoid such situation. So in that case, there's an emotion in knows, or you tell AI, how can I use a knife to cut somebody? Mm, AI has been trained on all those. So AI is being trained on emotion as it is now. So when you talk of emotion, they are training AI on emotion, how it can think whether this thing is is a negative effect or a positive effect. Okay. So those are what I'm trying to add to. AI is being trained. Before, AI is not being trained on emotion, but as it is now, AI is being trained. For example, now if you have to tell AI, uh, can you give me that all black people is- are thieves? If you train AI on that, is going to assume that all black people are thieves. But now they are training that you should know that what is positive and what is negative. It's being trained on that area of emotion. That's what they are doing at the moment now. Most most training that is being given to AI on that aspect of emotion. Okay. So emotion as it is now, not maybe some AI are not being trained on emotion, some are being trained, but probably AI is being trained on emotion at the moment now. That's what I want to add to it.
All right. All right. Thank you very much, sir. So, Delight, I hope you got what he's trying to say. That some AI, that is your machine learning model, are being trained in such that they can understand they understand that something is good, and they understand that some things are bad. For instance, let me give this example. There was a time I was trying to generate a picture of a baby on Bing AI. So, and I was unable to generate the picture because there's a design in their system that forbid people from generating pictures of baby, because some people are using baby's picture for bad thing. So they created a system in their model not to generate picture of babies. So that is just a way to curb um, to restrict certain things that people can do on a particular model. So, okay, what's the second question? I think the second question was talking about jobs, right?
Yes, sir. But I think whilst you were trying to explain the first question somewhat, my other question was answered on
All right.
why
All right.
some apps are more detailed and yes,
Okay.
than others.
All right. The reason why sorry, can you mute yourself, please? Okay. The reason why a ChatGPT is more detailed than what's the name of this model, this platform? Um, let's say
Meta
Meta. Let's say
AI.
Meta.
Okay.
Let's use Meta AI and ChatGPT as our case study. The reason why one will be more detailed and one will not be be shallow is because one, it depends on the model, their machine learning model, and their model also is determined by the volume or the amount of data that they are trained with. So whether a model is going to be a big model or is going to be a small model is determined by the volume of data that they are being trained with. And the amount of data they are trained with will determine their output as well. So that is why we have the small language model and the large language model. And I have this example. We are trying to make a research on ChatGPT and DeepSeek. I don't know if you know DeepSeek. DeepSeek is the Chinese. Chinese ChatGPT. It's not ChatGPT in code, but that is what they are not permitted to use ChatGPT in China. So what they use is DeepSeek. That's their own model. That's what they use over there. So we started making findings on the two large language model, and we discovered that is some years back. I think maybe 1 or 2 years back. We discovered that DeepSeek is actually more detailed. No, sorry, it's actually more current than DeepSeek. No, sorry, DeepSeek is actually more current than ChatGPT. I think as at then, I think they still have ChatGPT 3.5 that is not connected to the internet. When they came up with GPT-4, that is when they can connect to internet. So GPT-3 cannot connect to the internet. So I think it is that era. So as at then, that was when DeepSeek just launched their own model as at then. So we discovered that DeepSeek is actually detailed, sorry, not detailed. It's actually current. Like if you ask question that is about the current event, it will give you answer. Like it will give you right answer. But if you ask the same question on ChatGPT, you will get answer that are not really relevant. And we have to experiment something again. We ask question of something of the past, like maybe 20 years ago. We ask same question on DeepSeek and on ChatGPT. And we discovered that ChatGPT has more detail about the past than DeepSeek. So look at the experiment. So it is actually based on the model that they are operating on. So, like I said, that the model is actually determined by the data that they are fed with. So I hope that answer your question.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. So any question again? Any question? Any other question?
Lecturer, there are questions on the chat, on the in-call message.
In-call. In-call message. Okay, let your question start coming. Wow. My chat is not updated though. The last message on my chat is 7:24.
Okay. I think that question was from Cyril. Cyril, you can go ahead and ask the question.
Okay. How does one optimize prompts for specific model? Okay. I've seen a question here. So how do how to optimize your prompt for specific model? When you come to advanced class, this is one of the things that we dissect in prompt engineering. But let me just give you an overview. How do you optimize your prompts? When you understand what model you are actually dealing with, it also helps you to craft your prompt. It also determine, okay, let me put it like this. The model you're interacting with also determine the kind of prompt that you put on that model. When your model is small, your prompt you might either use a specific prompt. You might decide to use specific prompt while on the large, okay, while using a large language model, you might decide to use specific prompts. And while you are using what's it called, a small language model, you might just give an instruction. So you need to understand the what's it called, the model that you are dealing with before you can think of optimizing. You need to understand the model first. Then once you understand the model, it will help you to craft your prompt perfectly. So the prompt that you use on large language model, normally the prompt you use on large language model should be different from the prompt that you use on the small language model. So any question again? Any other question? All right, thank you, Siri. Any other question? Let your question come in. Okay, how do you use prompt? Okay, how do we use prompt in a critical situation to educate? To educate, you know, for education, if you want to create prompts to in relation that are related to education, you know, trust me, people are using ChatGPT to learn now. They are using ChatGPT to learn new skills. They are using ChatGPT to learn new skills, and they are using ChatGPT to learn new skills. I'm trying to understand your question better. How do we use prompts in a critical situation to educate? Okay, sorry, let me understand your question. Do you mean to educate yourself or to educate people? Hello, Jay. Okay, to educate people. Yes. Okay, to educate people. Okay. You can use with your knowledge of prompt engineering, you can develop a concise system that can help you to educate people. Like, okay, for instance, you want to teach someone about probably maybe you're a product manager. You know, you have the head knowledge, and you don't know how to put words together, or probably you are busy, you have a busy schedule, and you want to teach somebody. Maybe you want to teach your subordinate about certain things. You can tell the person that, okay, use this. You can create you might even be the one that will put the prompt on your ChatGPT. Okay, create a step-by-step guide on this topic. You know, the step-by-step guide, it's actually a set of action, and you can give that to your subordinates, and the person can actually use that as guide to achieve that specific task that you want them to achieve. And that is you educating the person. I hope I answered your question. Hello? Yes. So, any other question? Any other question? Any other question? Question. If you don't ask question, I will ask question. No, like I want to act like the director sometimes. So I will ask question if you don't ask question now. So I will ask question. No. Should I ask question? If you want me to ask question, put a thumbs up. Let me have thumbs up. Thumbs up if you want me to ask a question. Director, what time should I? Okay, director.
You just have 2 minutes more.
2 minutes. Okay, it's like somebody want to say something.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Jay.
I want to ask this question.
Okay, go ahead.
How can we use a prompt to develop a country like this, our democracy system like this? Can we use prompt to develop our country advancement?
All right. I think okay. Your question now is that okay. You are asking that okay. For instance, let's put country aside. So, for instance, maybe you are the head of an organization, and probably something is not going right, and you want to actually solve that particular challenge. So, how can you use your prompt engineering skill? Yes, that is trust me, AI can help you to solve problems. Trust me, AI can help you to solve problems. One thing is, if you understand the problem, once you understand the problem and you know the output, you can craft a prompt towards that. You can craft a prompt towards that, okay, oh, ChatGPT, this is what I want to achieve. That's your instruction. Then you can give context, you can give all the parameters that are required in creating prompts. You can add them to it, and trust me, you get your feedback. And as a matter of fact, this is one of the things I do, because in my organization, I think I am the next person to my boss. So you know, I deal with C-level officers very well. Like, apart from we have clients, we have CEOs that they will come and tell you their problem, and you just need to find a solution to it. So I do that. There are times I engage ChatGPT to get a solution to certain problems. So you can also, if you want to become like Jay now, I'm seeing Jay, maybe probably you want to become the next president of Nigeria. So you can go to ChatGPT, okay, Nigeria is going through this, so, and so. Okay, how can I create solution that will solve this particular problem? And you are good, you get your feedback. You get your feedback. It's all right. It's all right. Thank you, Jay. So any other question? All right.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I want to still ask a question.
Director, sir, 1 minute.
Please, sir. Can I go ahead, please?
Yes, go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
Okay. I want to ask, while I don't know how to address him, but I believe his name is Mr. Osage. While he was attending to my question,
He
said that AI is beginning to learn of emotions and all of that.
All right.
And I think you also said that AI is not ChatGPT and all of that. They're not trained for harm or to carry out harm and all of that. But I want to ask why, because there are certain news, there are certain informations we've gotten, from the news, from the internet, of how certain children, certain adolescents, certain people carried out suicide due to the guidance and the encouragement of AI. Actually, a particular woman sued Meta AI for being responsible of killing her son. They checked her chats with ChatGPT, and it was aligning. It was all in agreement. The prompts, the conversation the boy had led to him committing suicide. So that's my question. Are some models, do they encourage negativity? Do they encourage stuff like that?
All right.
Yeah, that's my question.
All right. Like I said earlier, I had to rephrase what Mr. Osagi said, and he said some model are currently being trained, and that is why I said models are being trained to know specific keywords that are harmful. There are specific keywords that they will not give as their output. That is how they are able to. I think that is what Mr. Ozagi is trying to say. They are being trained in such that they will not give certain output. They are trying to copy the action or output that people can get from any generative AI or any language model or small language model. So that is that. I hope your question is answered. Hello, the lights.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I want to add this. Okay, I want to add this. Your model, as much as they are training the model every day, trust me, the model as well is also learning from you. The model is also learning from you. whatever thing that you are putting in on the model is also learning from you. That is why we should understand some of the ethics of AI. That's why we need to understand policy. That's one of the courses that we offer in FTLA, to understand the policy, the guidelines. And trust me, recently, I think this year, UK, is it UK or Europe? No, Europe actually came up with EU AI Act to guide people that are creating AI tool or AI model on things they should consider, things they should implement, things they should integrate, things they should not allow on their platform. So, and I believe with that, they are just trying to use that as a system to minimize or to reduce whatever negativity that people might have about interacting with AI. And trust me, recently I started doing a course that's ISO 42001, and it's also about AI. It's actually a policy on AI management, how AI will perform better, how AI will not go beyond some of the things that you want it to do. So I believe a system is being created. The system is still growing, still developing. So trust me, over time, this system will be fully developed. So thank you for your time, and Director sir, thank you for the privilege.
Thank you. Please appreciate one of our finest. I said earlier on, FTLAfrica has the very best you can think of. Just imagine when one of the lecturers dropped a prompt. I was smiling because I knew that prompt was already advanced, and he had to bring it out. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for our lecturers for joining. If I don't put a pause, I know we continue going on. It will not stop. Thank you so much. That was our lecturer for prompt. Tomorrow is another class for Python. Don't miss it. But there's only a criteria for you to be part of that class. So if you must be part of that class, make sure you do the task you've sent to 10 group on WhatsApp. You post it on your status, and you send all the screenshots to futuretechleadersafrica@gmail.com. By this night, by tomorrow, all the mails who complete the task, they will be compiled. These are the only people that will get tomorrow's link for the Python class 2, and also the remaining classes, history to 6. So please make sure you do this to continue the class. And also, Nova 2 is coming up, and it is just a few days from now. I don't want you to miss the opportunity of joining Nova 2. Make sure you are a part of it. Make sure you're part of Nova 2. Make sure you don't miss it. The links is dropped on the info message chat. You can take your time to get ready for the program. Make sure you are part of it. Make sure you don't miss it. Okay, please, I didn't get that message now. Wrap up. Okay. No, the task is if you check your mail. On your mail, you see the task to join, to have access to unlock class 3 to class 6. There's a task. Check your mail, you see it there. The task is simply there's a flyer on your mail. Okay, great. Thank you so much, sir. So the flyer in your mail also the link to the registration form. Post those things, the link to the registration form and the flyer. Post it on your status. Take a screenshot, post it on, and send it to 10 other groups on WhatsApp, and take a screenshot and send it to Future Tech Leaders Africa at gmail.com, and you have access to to the class 3 to 6. So that's what will happen. So, and also you can start getting ready, start registering for Nova 2. And you saw this, the mentors, lecturers, you are using as an icing. It's overload. There's so much, and if you're part of the graduation or the capstone defense project event, you know that there's so much more in the FTLAfrica ecosystem. So bye for now, and God bless you all.
The future of Africa in AI begins now. At FTLAfrica, Nova 2 is your ignition trail. Explore cutting-edge tracks built for creators and communicators.
Master the skills shaping the future of tech. Engineer systems that power the world.
Lead with responsibility. Shape the future of Africa.
Don't just watch the AI revolution. Be part of it. Apply now and ignite your journey with Nova 2.